What's good, y'all? It's Nonstop No with another video. Well, weigh-in just finished for Wilder versus Ortiz 2 and the whack-ass undercard Leo Santa Cruz versus Miguel Flores. And let's get the funnies out the way right off the back. PBC. Whoever you guys hired to coordinate for that pre-show, fire them immediately. Immediately. That was the most cringiest, laughable, and at the same time embarrassing looking thing, sad pre-show that I've seen. It was a bunch of nobody rappers. Their raps sucked. Bunch of Adrian Broner looking non-flow, no charisma, nothing. It looked like cookie cutter rappers up there. I could have done better than that. Easy. And get some of my raps in there back in high school or some shit. I would have tore that stage up compared to those fools. Come on, man. Anyway, so let's get that out the way. That was pretty bad. So whoever the coordinator was for the pre-show, sit him down somewhere, fire him, and never ever do that again. Ever in your life do that again. It was bad. And I was just looking at all the live comments during the stream, on the PBC stream, and everybody was just bagging on them. It was bad. Anyways, so let's go to the real stuff here that you guys want to talk about. Weigh-in live for let's just do Leo Santa Cruz real quick. Don't really care about the co-main. Leo Santa Cruz is still not fighting the people that he's supposed to be fighting. Nobody cares that he is fighting for another weight belt that's probably vacated or whatever. If he's not fighting the vendetta with me for Rigo is not Rigo. For Leo is Rigo. He never fought all those dudes that ran from Rigo. I got it out for him. And Ramirez, Leo Santa Cruz, what's that other dude? Carl Frampton. All those little bunches that ran up another weight class just to get away from Rigo when Rigo was messing everybody up. And this was before Rigo jumped 2 classes because nobody wanted to fight him to fight Lomachenko. Yeah, I still have all those dudes on my shit list, including Leo. So, yeah, fuck the co-main event. Nobody. I'm not gonna be there for no co-main event. I could care less. But they were talking about the odds, and the odds in Vegas right now is 1,000 to 1 for Leo Santa Cruz versus Miguel Flores. Obviously, Leo being the favorite. That's ridiculous. So if I was in Vegas tonight, I would just put like a couple bucks, some small change on Miguel Flores just in case. And I will be hoping that Miguel Flores wins because I want him to upset the apple card, because this should not be. Leo Santa Cruz does not deserve a co-main event like this. Let's just say that. He doesn't. He doesn't. It could have been the Charlo versus Tony Harrison fight or something on the co-main. It could have been. They could have found another co-main way better than this co-main with Leo and Miguel. Anyways, that's all I gotta say with that one. Let's go with the main event here. Wilder versus Ortiz. Same old stuff. Just they're doing it the second time around. Nothing fancy. They didn't get in, into a fist fight or talking trash or anything like that. Just professional, no big deal. Um, I'll just talk about some key points that I've noticed. Obviously, if you guys been keeping track of the PBC little like 24/7, couple part series that they were doing before the fight, you can tell that, and in the weigh-in right now, you can tell that Ortiz worked on his conditioning for this second fight. So it looked like they were focusing on conditioning and stamina a lot, which the first fight it was apparent that it seemed like he gassed out because he blew his wad because he thought he had Wilder out on his feet and he was going to finish the job, but couldn't pull the trigger after that seventh round. That's what happened. Couldn't put down the, little skinny legs, and no skill Wilder supposedly. Okay. Anyways, that was the first thing I noticed. One of the commentators, I don't know who it was. It might be Abner or one of the other guys that were commentating said that if this might be a good thing for him, might be a bad thing for him as far as overtraining. Did he overtrain? I guess we'll find out tomorrow night. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens if a more conditioned Ortiz comes in the ring and hurts Wilder. Does he still have some more in the tank to get the job done and maybe knock him down this time, at least? So we'll see. There's still, these are heavyweights. One punch changes it all. Obviously, we've seen that plenty of times with Wilder. Let's go to Wilder. A lot of people think he was going to come in big, especially because of, the criticism of, he's small and these bigger guys are, 20, 30 pounds bigger than him. Doesn't look like it to me. He weighed in at 119. Oh, let me backtrack. This is the lightest that Ortiz has been in his whole career. That's what they claimed. I don't know if that's for sure, but that's what they claim. So he's taking this really seriously. And a lot of people, especially people like Ortiz that don't have a big backing to back him on getting a ton of title shots. This is the second time around. He will die for this second time around. He will die for this belt. Let's not say die, but he will no problem go out with with a shield on this belt. He'll leave it all in that ring because this is a real opportunity for him to get the job done this time around. Okay, sorry about that. So let's hop back on Wilder's weigh-in. So a lot of people think that he was going to come in more heavy. No, he didn't come in. He came in usually the same weight that he usually comes in, around the 200 and teens. So he weighed 219. It could be 215. Something like that. It's always around there. So yeah, 119. It looked like he put on, as just the eye test itself, it looked like he put on some more mass, some more muscle. But it was the same Deontay Wilder that we've seen 40 plus times. It's gonna be a good one, you guys. Obviously, everybody's gonna have their money on Wilder. All the haters are gonna go for Ortiz because obviously they don't want Wilder to win. Love both dudes, man. Wilder is the people's champ, an American heavyweight champion, the only American heavyweight champion we have. Hypocrite ass patriots. I'm gonna just put it out there. And Ortiz, what can I say about Ortiz? He's just a stand-up dude. He's serious. He's mean. He means what he says, and he fights for his family, and he has the skills to do it. So my prediction for this fight, because I think Deontay Wilder knows it. He has a chip. Deontay Wilder has a chip on his shoulder. Always have, and I believe always will. At least in his boxing career. He's going to, if not, he's going to stop Ortiz faster than he did the first time around. So for sure it's going to be under 10 rounds. This is my prediction. But I want to be bold and go 7 rounds or less. So let's just say if I was in Vegas right now, that would be my my money would be 7 rounds or less, and I'll take those. I just don't see it going more than 10 rounds the first time. I think Ortiz did exactly what he wanted to do the first time around and couldn't get it done. And I also believe Wilder knows Ortiz more and his tendencies and the southpaw stance, that he's going to pick his shots more carefully, and he's not going to load up. He's just going to let his shots fall where they're supposed to fall and counter really great. And I hope he pumps that jab, and it's going to be another right hand, because the right hand is the kryptonite for a southpaw. That's just what it is. Coming from experience and just coming from boxers and trainers and just coming from experience. That's just what it is. Vice versa. Kryptonite would be the left hand for Ortiz, or his check hook that he stunned Wilder on. So anyways, that's all. I'm going to wrap it up. I think I spent too long talking to Leo on this, talking about Leo on this part. So I'm going to wrap it up. Wilder, KO, TKO, 7 rounds or less. Let's see if my prediction is right. And let's talk about it tomorrow night after the fight. Deuce.